Hello everyone, welcome to the Study Hacks Institute of GIS and Remote Sensing. Today I will try to discuss a very important topic, mainly how we can easily monitor the distribution of carbon dioxide flux using the vegetation indices such as NDVI and PRI. So basically carbon dioxide flux, the rate at which carbon dioxide is absorbed or released by vegetation using remote sensing imagery, we try to estimate using two important indices, NDVI and PRI. So basically NDVI is the normalized difference vegetation index and PRI it's the photochemical reflectance index. So photochemical, it measures the photosynthetic efficiency or stress level in vegetation, and on the other hand NDVI, it measures the vegetation presence or green vegetation presence. We can easily get the idea from NDVI. So now we try to use these two indices and further we try to monitor the carbon dioxide flux estimation, a proxy of carbon dioxide uptake by vegetation we try to estimate. So here let's go, I will try to explain all of method step by step, so then I hope you can easily get the idea how we can easily estimate carbon dioxide flux from vegetation using NDVI and PRI. So let me open my code editor. So in this case I try to use here the collab. So first of all we need to import some important library. In this case we try to use some Python library, and then we try to estimate the carbon dioxide flux. So first of all we need to install a library. It's called the rasterio. So this library simply install, just put the pip install and write the Python package name rasterio and run the code. So now it's working for installing the rasterio package. Okay, it's done. After that we need to import another important library. Just I simply put the import and import that matplotlib library. So just here matplotlib library, and then if you want you can also set the parameter figure size. So for that you can simply write here matplot library, then put here the RC parameters, RC params, and mention here figure, and also mention here that fig size. So just write here the fig and fig size and send the, just put the value. So in this case I put the value 15 and 10, and now run the code. So you find out this type of problem, it show the, okay, so you need to mention in here, so it's just a fig dot figure and fig dot fig size. So now okay, so that's work, there is no problem. Figure dot fig size we mention 15 by 10. Okay, so after that we need to import also some other library, such as we need to import the numpy as a np, then also import matplotlib dot pyplot as plt, and also import rasterio as a rio, and further we also import the another rasterio plot. Okay, so just put at the from rasterio dot plot and import another library, it's called the reshape as image. So just put at the reshape as image. So now import all of those, there is no problem. So now in this time we simply connect our Google Drive, because here I already install and already store it, the imagery, in my Google Drive. So for that, I simply just run this code. So now it's helped me to connecting my Google Drive, and further I can easily use all of data from my Google Drive. So now connect this Google Drive. So just I use this email and then continue, and also click on the continue. So now it also worked. If you now it's connecting. So now it's successfully connect or mounted at Drive, you can see. So now I can easily access all of file in my Drive. So now from here I just read my imagery. Okay, so for that, just I take a variable. Suppose I put the variable name is that image, and then I call the raster package. So I call the rio dot open, and then mention here this path. Okay, this is the directory in my Google Drive. So this directory I just store it this imagery. So now run it. So if you check, we find out this type of problem. Okay, let me run the code again. I think some problem. Okay, let me install again raster package, and also import all of library, and also just read the imagery. Okay, so now it's work. There is no problem. So after that, we just reshape as an image. So just I take a variable, suppose img, and then call the reshape. I already imported this library reshape as image from raster.plot. Okay, just I call the reshape as image, and then call the image this variable and paste here, and then I just use suppose read. So now I can get some information about this image. So now run it. There is no problem. You can see it's also work. And now further, if I just print it, just print. So now we find out this type of value. Okay, so let's go. After that, we just create a function. So this function compute the carbon dioxide flux, and now in this function I want to add the two important vegetation indices, NDVI and PRI. Okay, so let's go. Just I create a function. I put the function variable name, suppose carbon dioxide flux, and I put the element name, suppose img. You can put any name as the I put the img. So now I create a function. So first of all, I need to create the NDVI. So for that, just I take a variable, suppose NDVI equal, just I call the array, just I call the element name img, and define the band number. So this band is null, also it's null, and I put the band name near infrared, it's a band 5 for Landsat. And these things I simply subtract with another. So I just call the element name and define the band name. So this is also put here, and finally we define the band red, basically band 4. So near infrared minus red, so we can simply put here. After that, we simply put the divided by. Again, I just call element name img and mention the band. So just put here the null, and also and put the finally band near infrared band, and these things plus with just I call the element name img again and mention the band. So just I put here and put the mention the band name red. So now here I just import the formula near infrared minus red divided by near infrared plus red. these things and compute the NDVI. After that, we also need to calculate the another one. It's called the PRI index. So for that, just take a variable. So PRI, okay. So then equal. So just I copy the same things. Just I simply change the band number. Then it will be okay. There is no problem. So basically, photocentric reflectance index. This formula is that put at the blue band B2 and also put at the 3 band, okay, B3, same as put at the blue band B2 and put at the B3 band. So now I calculated the NDVI and PRI. So now this calculate, we simply normalize. Okay, so now we need to this PRI, we need to rescaling. Okay, so this PRI, we need to rescaling. So PRI has negative value. So this scaling shift it into 0 to 1. So then it just making it compatible for multiplication. So easier for visualization, for normalization, or combination with NDVI. So for that we need to just rescaling these things. So for that, just I take a variable, suppose SPRI, you can put any name as a variable, equal, I just call the PRI plus 1 divided by 2. So now it's help you to rescaling, and finally I just simply multiply NDVI and SPRI. So then it will be proxy of carbon dioxide flux. So let's go. I just take a variable, suppose carbon dioxide flux equal just 2 parameter NDVI. I already calculated this NDVI, just multiply with SPRI. Okay, just I copy and paste here. So now this is my argument. I simply put my argument for this function. So now what I return? So from that I return these things. Okay, this is my final goal, to compute the carbon dioxide flux. So now if you just try to just run it, it's also okay. So now this is my function. So this function you just need to connect with your image. Okay, so we already make the image, reshape as the image, so just be simply connecting with that. So let's go try to connect and then check the result. So for that I take a variable, suppose CO₂, and then call the function variable name. I just simply copy the function variable name, and this function just connect with your image. So this is my image. Okay, just I copy and paste here, and now run the code. Okay, there is no problem. So let's go try to add a figure. So for that I just call the plt dot, I define the figure size, figure, and define the figure size. So just put here the fig size and mention the fig size, suppose 10 and 8. Okay, just I define the figure size. So now this figure I want to add on my image. So just put here the plt dot image show, this function I simply put in here, and I want to show this carbon dioxide flux. Just copy and paste here, and now run the code. So now it's display the imagery. Okay, so for the carbon dioxide flux, so we find out this type of imagery without any color. So it show the default color. So I want to add the color. So just for that CMap, we add the different types of color. So I put the code RD Y L G N. So now run the code. So now you find out the different color about that. So you find out this type of color. Okay, so now it shows this type of carbon dioxide flux estimation. So if you add the legend, then it will be more better. So for add the legend, just add the color bar. So just use add the float and mention add that color bar, and this color bar, if you want, you can also add the title. Suppose I add the label, I put the label name, you can put any name. Suppose I put the CO₂ flux estimation, you can put any name. So now if you run the code, so it also added the title as well, also add the color bar. So you can see, you can get this type of color bar and also find out this type of things in here. If you want, you can also add the title about that. So if you just put here, suppose plt dot title and mention the title, suppose just I put the title look like that, suppose estimation CO₂ flux. So just run the code. So now this title is also added in our map, so you can see, find out. So this is the process. If you want, you can also check the result from here. You can see it's indicating about the high rate for release or consume the carbon dioxide. This type of place we find out the low carbon dioxide flux estimation. So this is the way. Further, you can also save it as a PNG file format, or if you want, you can also download this file as a TIFF format, and further you can also make the map. So this is the process for estimating the carbon dioxide flux using the vegetation indices, using the NDVI and PRI. So I hope this tutorial will also help you. If you have any question, you can simply just make the comment. I'll give the answer about that. And finally, if you want, you can also join my upcoming online training program on Google Earth Engine. So our registration is the open now. So this is the online training program on Google Earth Engine for remote sensing and GIS analysis for beginners to advanced level. So this class will be start from the 16th May. Okay. So now this registration is the open. So if you want to join this online training program, you can simply contact in our WhatsApp number. You can also contact with this email. So here you can check all of details for our coming online training program, all of course content you can easily check. And if you have no knowledge about the coding, mainly Google Earth Engine or Python or JavaScript, don't worry about that. So I hope after completing this online training program, you are able to do this type of analysis very quickly and efficiently. So in this session, you can also get some benefit. First of all, you can get the course certificate. After submitting all of assignment, you can get all of materials, mainly slide or PDF. You can get all of practice code. You can get the recorded session, as well as you can also get the lifetime teaching supports. It's very important as a beginners, because as a beginners, when you start the journey with cloud computing like as Google Earth Engine or Python, you face a lot of problem. So that's why you need the continuous support. So after completing the total 7 days online training program, when you face any problem, you can get the continuous support freely. Okay, as well as you also get the research collaboration opportunity. So if you want to publish any scientific paper regarding this type of topic, you can also get that this type of facilities. So you can check all of course content. So we try to add more than all of real project on remote sensing. So I hope you can easily learn and also apply this type of application for your research work. So today is no more. Thank you for watching that. Stay happy, stay safe.